Hello and a warm welcome to the cellar this evening. And as usual, a trio of films for your entertainment. We have Vampire Lovers, Squirm and Gases. And a very special guest joins me in the Cellar Club for a drink or two with you cellar dwellers. We'll start with the Vampire Lovers, which stars the larger-than-life Ingrid Pitt as the female vampire Morella and horror supremo Peter Cushing. And to pack up this Hammer production even further, we're also spoiled with George Cole, Kate O'Mara, and Madeline Smith, and many more stars. And I'm delighted to say that we have one of those very stars in here tonight with us. This is my extremely, very, very special guest, and it's Maddie Smith, Madeline Smith. Welcome, Maddie.
Welcome.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, it's so nice to see you here. We finally got you here.
Oh, you're a darling. Thank you.
Yes, Vampire Lovers. Oh, my goodness. What an amazing film that was.
Yes.
How old were you when you made it?
I was 19 and 3 months. Younger than I thought, Caroline.
As a baby.
I've always told people I was 20. I know. I'd hopped out of school about 18 months before that. Not long. I was so unbelievably innocent. I didn't actually know what had hit me, to be honest.
I think you're a convent girl like I was.
Yeah, exactly. I'd had a tiddly-widdly bit in Taste the Blood of Dracula.
Oh, wow.
And sort of a month or two before, where I was so unbelievably gormless. I played Dolly, riding on Geoffrey Keen's back.
Oh.
And I didn't know why I was riding on his back. I mean, I was so innocent, it was unbelievable.
But you literally got
in a bordello, anyway. And I think they must have quite liked me, because I literally got the call, would I be in the Vampire Lovers? Not knowing, I have to add, Caroline, I certainly didn't know what a lesbian was, or ladies kissing each other, or anything like that. So it was quite a baptism of fire.
Well, it would
that
be.
Cold January morning.
Oh my gosh, when
Ingrid took all her togs off.
Did you?
I'd had a script, but it didn't sort of mention anything.
Never does.
It was just dialogue. No, thank you. It does now.
I know.
Does now.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got people, sort of guardians, hanging over everybody, you know, oh, if you're going to kiss and this and that and separation, and, you know, you have to sign things to say half shot or something else.
Coaches.
It was full buzzies. And the producer, Michael Stiles, said, look, he said, you take your bodice down or whatever, it doesn't matter, you're lying there. And he said, because he said, it's fine, it's because it's only for the Japanese version. Thinks there's only 3 people living in Japan. You know.
Likely story.
So I said, that's fine then. Well, that's all right.
That's all right.
And then director Roy Ward Baker marched the 2 producers off the set, and we got on with the filming.
How did you find Roy to work with?
Wonderful, absolutely, utterly adorable man. Very modest, very quiet, but with a will of steel. And if he didn't want something, or he did want something, boy, you felt it.
Really?
Oh, you did. He loathed these producers. I mean, he wanted them out, but they kept coming in, because, of course, they had the bags of money,
they were the
money.
Yeah,
they were the money, because Hammer Films had sort of temporarily sold out to a company called, and you reminded me what they were called. American International. AIP, American International.
Yeah.
And they were doing, I think, a 3-picture deal or something like that, of which Vampire Lovers, which was a fabulous film.
It was beautifully shot.
I can't say enough how grateful I was for the part. I'd come from virtually nothing to having this wonderful...
It was a great part.
And adored Ingrid. I mean, I was like a kind of daughter to her, even though I was only a year or 2 younger.
I know.
She was a baby too.
And you were all babies, weren't you?
We were.
Kate O'Mara.
Pippa Steele, lovely girl, Pippa Steele.
How did you find Ingrid to work?
Well, I adored her. I absolutely adored Ingrid. She was a real drama queen. Loved taking her clothes off. I mean, she was flashing everything all the time at everybody.
Body.
But she had a wonderful body.
Yeah.
And but she didn't like her false teeth, her fangs.
Oh, the fangs.
Didn't like her. And I would hear these screams and these wails from the makeup room. And a poor makeup lady who was really in despair, actually, with her. I remember that makeup lady. I used to have to get in very early to get done before Ingrid used to arrive. Yes, quite. But she was adorable. very, very sincere and very serious about the part and about her acting.
Yeah.
And I think she gave I think personally, she gave a brilliant performance.
Oh, she was wonderful.
Very, very moving. She was super, absolutely super.
Yeah.
She was untried in this one.
Yeah.
This was the first attempt, and she was totally
And
wonderful.
was it her voice or was she voiced? You know, like so many actors.
It was her voice.
It was her voice.
It was her voice.
Yes, because it worked.
But does
perfectly.
everybody want to know an extra little story?
Yes.
It wasn't mine.
Tell us the story.
That wonderful, deep voice that I had. Oh, darling, I'm dying, or whatever I was doing. That was somebody else.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because I had a tiny little squeak like that. At that time, I took like, oh no.
You're only 19.
And somebody took me aside. I think it was Jenny Hanley's agent, actually, took me aside one day and said, "When are you going to stop with that voice?" And I was so hurt. Yes,
That's horrible.
And I was so hurt because I didn't know what he was talking about.
God, that's
and now looking back on it, I've heard it occasionally. It was absolutely dreadful.
No, but it would be in keeping with your lovely body and your face, because the angelic face.
But anyway, the producers of The Vampire Lovers didn't agree with you. Just to finish off your lovely question about her, she was fabulous to me, absolutely fabulous. The whole cast was amazing. George Cole was terrified of horses. And I think we had to go riding. I had to learn to ride side saddle.
Wow.
In Roehampton riding school. Yes. And I loved it. I love all that. But poor old George Cole, of course, he had to ride this steed, which was a very angry steed, on a very icy, muddy day. And I have got the feeling that the thing tripped. And he was literally white with terror
fear.
And never went near a horse again.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was in for.
No.
It was a baptism of fire for a little ex-convent schoolgirl, but I loved it. And Roy Ward Baker gave me the opportunity, probably the first and maybe the last and best opportunity to actually put my acting frock on. I mean, it was an amazing part, and I relished it. I looked forward enormously to going and acting, which is something I had always wanted to do from getting into the Questors when I was 15.
Oh, wow.
Lovely acting.
15?
But the nuns wouldn't let me do it.
No, well, it wasn't acceptable.
Wasn't the thing to do, so I didn't.
No.
But anyway.
But you did eventually, and did you do well.
Yeah, so it was a fantastic opportunity. And he was amazing at tuning in to my imagination, Roy. When I had to die or nearly die or see whatever or have dreams, all of that, which was quite a long sequence.
So he was
fantastic at coaxing this performance out of me.
Yeah.
And in the end, I was, I hope, completely unself-conscious in that scene.
That's the thing. If you can get a director that can actually get that out of you.
He did.
And that you become that character.
Yes.
You know, you're not just playing it. You physically suddenly feel that, gosh, I've got it.
But let me leave you with this note, that I have no regret. People often ask me, do you regret that? Do you wish you hadn't? Do you wish you hadn't done the film? Do you wish you'd made a scene? And I say, no, I don't. I did it, I'm proud of it, and I have no regrets.
It's been lovely having you here. It's been so delightful.
Thank you, Angel Face. I really do hope you enjoy my performance as much as I enjoyed acting in it. Enjoy.
So now let's sit back and enjoy seeing Madeline in The Vampire Lovers.
Oh, that's a naughty look. Oh, she's bad.